Agriculture soil erosions. Soil erosion. This is the removal/washing away of topsoil by wind and running water or erosion agents. Causes of soil erosion. Deforestation. Trees are cut down on a large scale, removing the canopy, hence soil is exposed to the agents of erosion. Bush burning. This removes the vegetative cover, thereby exposing the soil to the agents of erosion. Overgrazing/overstocking. The vegetative cover is removed as the animals graze. Monocropping/cultivation. Once crops is planted seasonally on land, and land is cultivated continuously, this damages soil structure and the particles are easily carried away. Plowing up and down a slope, commonly in hilly areas where the speed of running water increases due to the gradient or slope. Agents of erosion. Agents of erosion, the major ones are water surface runoff, carry large volumes of soil particles. Wind. Strong wind with a high velocity or speed blows large volume of soil particles in form of dust. Animals. Animals with hooves loosen the soil particles and carrying. Agriculture soil erosions. Leads to loss of soil fertility. Washes away crops/planting materials. Creates gullies that make movement of machinery difficult. Causes silting of water bodies. Causes pollution by washing chemicals to the water bodies. Create landslides. Leads to spread of weeds. Leads to spread of pests. Leads to spread of waterborne diseases. Control measures increase cost of production. Gullies created reduces the size of the land. Changes soil texture/structure. Lowers the water table. The major types of soil erosion. Raindrop/splash erosion. Erosion resulting from direct impact from raindrops on the soil particles. Sheet erosion. The topmost fertile soil layers are carried away by surface runoff. Rill erosion. Small channels are formed on the surface as a result of too much surface runoff. Gully erosion. Rills widen and deepen as a result of fast running water. Riverbank erosion. River widens by running/flowing water. Agriculture soil erosions. Accelerated erosion. Geological erosion. This is a type of erosion that occurs naturally without man's influence on land, i.e., it occurs where vegetation cover has not been removed. Accelerated erosion. This is a type of erosion that occurs as a result of man's interference with land. Man's activities like deforestation, overcultivation, overgrazing, etc. open up land or expose land and increase the rate of soil erosion. Factors that influence the rate of soil erosion. Overcultivation loosens soil particles, thus increasing the rate of soil erosion. Monocropping, where crops may not give a good soil cover, leads to increased rate of soil erosion. Deforestation leaves the land bare, leading to increased soil erosion. Soil type, loose/sandy soils are likely to be washed easily. Intensity of rainfall, the higher the intensity of rainfall, the higher the rate of erosion. Plowing down slope creates channels which increase the rate of soil erosion. Bush burning leaves the soil bare, increasing the rate of soil erosion. Vegetation cover, thick vegetation cover reduces the rate of soil erosion. Wool. Vegetation. Plain. Soil. Agriculture soil erosions. The plant roots also have binding effect on the soil particles and so make them harder to erode. It keeps the soil moist and heavy by reducing evaporation and so reduces wind erosion. The plants add organic matter to the soil and this has a binding effect on the soil particles. Some plants have strong roots which penetrate deeper into the soil and open up it, increasing the entry of water into the soil and reducing surface runoff. It increases surface roughness and so reduces the speed of runoff and its erosive energy. Legume vegetation fixes nitrogen into the soil, thus maintaining soil fertility. They form shading effects which reduce surface evaporation, thus conserve water below to the surface layers. Dead foliage covers the ground and acts as mulch. Vegetation aids in water and nutrient recycling. Roles played by mulching in soil and water conservation. Try to attempt that QTN. What are cover crops? Cover crops are leafy crops that grow very close to the soil surface. Characteristics of a good cover crop. It should be highly vegetative and leafy. It should be drought resistant. It should be shade tolerant and therefore compatible as intercrop. It should preferably yield eatable grains. Agriculture soil erosions. It should be easy to establish. It should be easy to eradicate from the field. It should be highly adapted to the local climatic conditions. It should be able to fix nitrogen. It should have a faster growth rate. Examples of cover crops: beans, groundnuts, pumpkins, watermelons, soybeans. Methods of soil and water conservation. The methods of soil and water conservation are divided into two, namely, cultural methods, mechanical/physical method. Cultural methods used in the control of soil erosion. Mulches are put on the soil surface which reduces surface runoff and improve drainage. Crops are planted in rotation which cover the soil surface differently and reduces soil erosion. Leafy crops/cover crops are planted which form a dense cover on the soil surface, reducing erosion. Manures are applied which bind the soil particles together and improves on water holding capacity, thereby reducing erosion. Agriculture soil erosions. Intercropping reduces open spaces and crops provide good vegetative cover that protects the soil agents of erosion. Strip cropping is eroded soil is trapped by the strip under grass. Agroforestry is trees and crops vegetative cover on the soil surface, reducing erosion. Pastures are planted that bind soil particles together, reducing surface runoff. Trees are planted in the boundaries of the garden and act as windbreaks. That reduces the effects of wind erosion. Physical/mechanical/non-cultural methods used in soil conservation. Terracing. Terraces are made or constructed on steep slopes to reduce the gradient and increase water infiltration. Contour plow. The furrow slices piled across the slope will trap soil as water flows down the slope. Construction of bunds. Heap of soil are constructed across the slope to trap soil. Use of gabions or barrages. These are obstructions placed in water. Channels or trenches to trap soil in water as it flows. Diversion channels. These are water channels constructed on the raised part of a field to divert flowing water away from the garden.